Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the Retro Wave of 2023 Spider-Man. Here we have Marvel's Tarantula. This is the last figure in the wave that I'm reviewing. It is also the last or second figure that has the Toy Biz retro card actually to it. The other figures had a brand new design to the same card back style. But here is a true retro figure. This is another one that I'm going to be doubling up on so I can actually have it displayed with all the other ones up on my wall, which is pretty cool. But here we have Tarantula. This figure has 0 accessories, so just a heads up on that. Like not even extra hands, which is a little disappointing. But Hasbro did make one of these before in a Spider-Man Classics line or whatever it was. Maybe not even... I don't even know what it was called. It was not a true Marvel Legends, but had Marvel Legends-esque articulation. But here we get a new one, which is cool. It uses the Spider-Man 2099 body mold, which is okay, which isn't bad, but we do have pins, so it is just a reuse, much like Chasm. Here it's going to be kind of the same thing. He does get new feet, obviously, because he's got the stingers there on the ends. But other than that, it's just basically a repaint. The head sculpt is pretty good, so nothing real special to it, but it's there if you want another classic villain, or you like the card back or anything like that. It does says Tarantula kick, which there's no real gimmick here because he doesn't come with a single damn accessory, so you just move the leg to make him kick. And then, he's got the little stingers on his feet. And that's all there is to it. So it is a little disappointing, but... it is what it is, I guess. So looking at the back, you can see the gimmick portion. It literally shows nothing because there's no accessories to swap out or anything like that, which is crazy. The bio reads, a former revolutionary, Tarantula serves New York's criminal underworld as a robber and mercenary. Even a super generic bio. Pretty crazy. Anyway, I got my set from ToysNoMan.com. They're based in Canada. They're online shop, so you guys can check them out. Link in the video description below, which is my referral link, which will give you a 5% off coupon code in your Frost Rewards for first-time buyers. So they have all your action figure needs, not just Marvel Legends, but whether it's your import needs or any of your action figures. So DC Multiverse, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Mafex, Mezco, Joy Toy, Warhammer, all that stuff you guys can get at ToysNoMan.com, so make sure to check them out. Right now, let's go ahead and rip this thing open and let's get Tarantula out of the package and look at him, just the figure, no accessories, only the figure, just because there's nothing else in there. Okay, here's Tarantula out of the package, and I decided to do that whole Tarantula kick thing. This was a pain in the ass to get him to stand. The figure isn't gummy or anything like that. It's just a matter of, balancing on there, and, these feet are weird and stuff like that. So looking at the figure's not bad. I really like the body mold. The black pins on the red sleeve, that's ugly as hell, though. That does bother me. That's when the pins just suck, right? On the legs, red. No big deal. On here, look, black, no big deal. But then on the inside, looks like shit. I hate it. It sucks. That's where the pins really, show how bad it is and why we, every figure needs to eventually go pinless, where it makes sense. And I think this is one where it would have made sense. Unfortunately, we did not get it. The figure itself, nothing terrible, nothing special either. It's just all red on the back. Black line goes around the back there. Other than that, no paint on the back of it. A little bit of black lines and stuff throughout. It looks good. I mean, it's basic design. It's accurate. Not a whole lot else to talk about. So let's go ahead and get in for a closer look and look at the head sculpt, which is done really nice, by the way. Okay, so looking at the head sculpt, what I really like is with the digital print, what they could do is that you can add in a little bit of facial hair. So it's really thin on there and it almost looks like it's smudged, but that's actually facial hair. So it's really nice when they can do that because it makes it look fairly realistic. And maybe it's a little too bright, but you can actually see it kind of comes throughout here along his jawline as well. It's very subtle, but it is in there. And then you can see the little smirk, the mustache on there. Looks pretty good. The sculpted detail and the wrinkles around his eyes, I like that a lot. You can see the sash, the tie, it just kind of goes out in the wind. And then the design of the figure, not really a whole lot, going on there. So that's it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. Okay, so Tarantula's articulation should be pretty good. He can look all the way up. He can look down that much there. Full rotation in that head. Not really any pivot going on in there. The shoulder can go out that much. You get a full rotation in there. We do have the butterfly joint, so it goes back really far, which is nice. You do get some forwards for some crossbody. Let me work that shoulder in there to get some crossbody, which is good there. Upper bicep swivel, double jointed pinned elbow. You get that much bend there at the elbow. Wrists swivel and they do hinge. We just have fists with the standard horizontal hinge on there. Some clawed hands would have been nice. Unfortunately, we do not get that. We have the ab crunch on him, which is pretty good. He can crunch forward that much. He can go back that much. The paint does continue, which is the least minimal thing they can do. Waist swivel there. Legs go out that far apart. He can kick forward that high, which is really far, which is really good. The leg doesn't really go back, or ever so slightly, if anything. You do get an upper thigh cut in there, double jointed pinned knee, that much bend there. We do have a calf swivel right at the top of the calf, or mid calf there. Foot hinges down, we get some hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and you can see how they do the spike there. It is a soft rubber piece. It is not hard. It's not actually going to poke you or anything like that. So in the comics, those spikes were actually loaded with some kind of drug so he can take his victims out. So, you know, kind of interesting. One thing to note is that the previous figure that Hasbro made, his mask was black. Now, in the comics, oftentimes black and blue can be mixed depending on what the shading of it is. So whether it's blue and then the black is the shading, or if it's black and then the blue is the shading, it kind of gets confusing. So I'm going to bring this Ben Reilly figure back because this figure is black, but in images, I tend to think that the suit is blue with black shading, but it could be that it's black with blue shading. The same goes for the mask. Now, there are some images where the mask is clearly blue while the rest is black, but most of the time it's all the same, and so it's just kind of weird. So you guys let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on that. Is the blue accurate, or should it be black? Because I truly, honestly don't know. Okay, so here is the full wave. I will do a normal ranking like I would with when there's a Build-A-Figure, but there's just no Build-A-Figure here. So for me, it's going to be the Elektra Nachos Daredevil. Then it's going to be the Ben Reilly Spider-Man. Then for me, it's actually going to be the Jessica Drew, Chasm. Then Jessica Drew Spider-Woman. And then Miles Morales. Then the Rose, then Miles Morales, and then Tarantula. I didn't think I would like the Rose as much as I do, but I actually do really like that figure. Much better than I thought it would be. But Tarantula, there's just nothing really going on to it. He doesn't have any accessories at all, not even like a pair of hands like the other figures come with. So it's a little disappointing when we have a full wave that's just so lacking in accessories, and there's no Build-A-Figure to include. Like, if there was a Build-A-Figure and there was a lack of accessories, I get it. I really would. But with no Build-A-Figure, it's kind of tough. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. What do you think of the Tarantula figure? What do you think of this wave? Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the MCU Collective and show support for the channel. I truly appreciate it, guys. And as always, thank you for watching.